Hi there, this is Rebecca Tavert from Fit Body Bootcamp Redlands and Fit Body Bootcamp Calimesa. And today I thought I would share with you my favorite low carb breakfast and even give you a couple different variations on how to make it for you at home. Now, this is a recipe that is basically a healthy version of a pancake, and it's something that I learned when I was competing, and Gina Aliotti actually is a former IFBB pro. Now she's just simply coaching. Well, among a lot of other things, you can find her in Fitness RX magazines and Oxygen and all that kind of stuff too, but she's no longer on stage. But she was training me when I was competing, and thank you, Gina, for helping me do so well. Now, this is one of the recipes that she gave me, and I've just created a couple different variations over it over time. So it's really simple. The ingredients are a 1/4 cup of almond meal. I'll show you almond meal if you're not familiar with it. So almond meal, you can now get it like just in the grocery store. This one is Bob Mills, or Red Mills, yeah. Bob Red Mill is the maker, yeah, but Stater Brothers carries it now. So it's gonna be in the baking section. And then it's also 1 scoop of protein. Now my protein of choice for quality is the BioTrust protein that we use through Fit Body Bootcamp. Now, with the BioTrust, the serving is 2 scoops, right? So it's a serving of the protein source. The protein and what to use and why is a whole nother video I'll shoot for you another day. So anyway, 1 scoop of protein, or 2 scoops, whatever the serving size is. And then I also add cinnamon and some stevia, and that's your dry mix. So I put all the dry mix together and set it aside, okay? And this is where the variations come in hand. So when I was competing, and it really was very specific, Gina's recipe called for 1 ounce of unsweetened coconut. And I'm not a big fan of coconut, by the way, but it actually tastes pretty good. 1 ounce of unsweetened coconut. What I have made a couple of variations since then, since I don't have to be as strict, is a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of blueberries or strawberries. Berries are super low glycemic, but they give you just enough for those low carb days. But one of my favorite creations that I created, I guess, is using an apple with it. And with the apple, what I do is cut the apple into small pieces. So I've already done that over here. You can see. So you want to cut it pretty small. And then grab some coconut oil. Coconut oil is, that's a whole nother video too. There's too many benefits to it to go into it. But I do want to take a quick second to caution you. Something that I learned in my research about 6 months ago is that you should not be cooking with extra virgin olive oil. And I was definitely guilty of that until I learned better. Extra virgin olive oil cooked at high heats becomes extremely rancid, which means that when you then ingest that into your body, it creates free radicals which attract disease. So you want to be cooking with, there's various oils that you can cook at higher heats with, but coconut is my go-to. Maybe we'll do a video on that too, on the different oils on Sunday. But the coconut oil, even if you're not a huge fan of coconut oil, you experiment with it. You most likely won't taste it. I know I'm not a huge fan of coconut oil. I know I'm probably adapted to it to some extent because I have been using it for a couple years now. Another suggestion was that unrefined versus refined might have a big difference, although there's a lot of health benefits in unrefined. Unrefined does have actual chunks of coconut in it versus refined does not. So just experiment with it, but do not cook with the extra virgin olive oil, okay? So back to the recipe. So you put maybe like a tablespoon of coconut oil in the frying pan, start getting that heated up, then throw the apple in, and then on the apple, as I'm kind of browning the apple, I put in a bunch of cinnamon and some stevia to brown the apple with it, right? So it's in my dry ingredients, it's also on my apple. So then when the apple gets lightly browned, I remove it from the stove, take half of it, put it aside on a plate, and then take the other half and put it into the dry ingredients bowl that I've already put together. And then I also add 2 egg whites to that bowl, and now I start stirring. And then based on that, I'll put in a little bit of water. It's usually maybe like a tablespoon of water. Just put a little bit of water in at a time and stir until you get kind of a pancake consistency, right? And then You have that all mixed together, and you literally now just go back to the stove. You probably have to reapply the coconut oil so that it doesn't stick. It just depends on your pan. Now, with the coconut oil, or I'm sorry, with the pancake mix, you literally are now just cooking it as a pancake. So when it's done cooking, you take the other half of the apple, put it on top, and you're good to go. It's an absolute yummy breakfast. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that gives you a good new breakfast idea. It does take a little bit of time on this one, but definitely something that I know you can make time for, right? It's good to enjoy a good meal every once in a while, and it probably takes less than 15 minutes. We're just always in the hurry and want everything now, right? It really doesn't take that long. All right, guys, so if you liked this video and you found that it was helpful, please like below on Facebook. You can also, and share with your friends, yes. And you can also check me out on Periscope. Periscope is a fairly new app that I just discovered, and I'm starting to love it because I love the concept. Periscope is a free app to you and me where I can tape these videos and live, and you can interact. You can ask questions, just check in with me. So there'll be a lot of things that I'll be posting to Periscope just kind of as life goes on, tips, recipes, workouts, motivation, whatever it might be that may not make it to Facebook. So check it out. Periscope is the app. You're just looking for Rebecca, R-E-B-E-C-C-A, Tabbert, T-A-B-B-E-R-T, and I'll see you on there, all right? You guys can also check out YouTube too, same name, same spelling. A lot of these videos are posted there, so you can always go back and reflect or check it out for the ones that you missed. Workouts on there too. Talk to you guys later. Bye.